Oh, hang on, guys. We got to... There we go. Little focus issue on our camera. Welcome back to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your clunky little host, Frank the Crypto Tank, here on YouTube. Boy, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, does he? No, he doesn't. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, sunny AM, Colorado time, 7 a.m., sunny time. Welcome back to the channel. A little lackluster yesterday. I must apologize. Studio insists that I apologize profusely for yesterday's abrupt and crappy show, crappy performance to start off the week. Not so good, Tanker. Very lackluster, not so good. So sorry. I apologize. I had a lot going on yesterday. By the way, welcome in Oliver and Moonman and Marnster. Welcome into the channel, guys. Let's get this thing going here. Mrs. Loopy, welcome in, my dear. What runs on skinny payment rails, by the way? What the heck are these skinny payment rails? This is the question that unlocks everything here coming up. Skinny payment rails are not crypto rails. They are actually liquidity rails. By the way, I'm going to shout out to this thought to Good Evening Crypto for getting me onto this. Anyway, I went and did some looking after I watched one of his episodes. This is just value, finality, and speed, baby. That's all this is. It's designed to exist for one reason, basically, because the legacy systems failed. So they tried to move data and money together, and that's what's going on with this skinny rail payment system, what it does. Basically, that caused delays and failures and a lot of costs trying to do that at the same time. So the fix is very simple. You got to move the money first, and then after you reconcile the data. Data, whatever you like to say. This is what skinny payments actually mean. This is what they're doing with it. Let's talk about what actually runs on these skinny payments, okay? Only assets that are fast, and not everything can run on these things. Only assets that are fast, data light, final, and liquid can run on the skinny rails, okay? So it eliminates most blockchains. Core layer is settlement, okay? So this is where neutral bridge assets run. XRP is built, of course, for this role, as we well know. No smart contract bloat here. With this is not what we're not using smart contracts here. 3 to 5 second finality. This is just the very quick, tiny data payloads. Deterministic settlement. This happens very quick. Always on liquidity, basically, is what this is. XRP does not carry data, as we well know. Okay, it moves the value. That's what it does. It's not carrying the data itself. Okay, so that's the point with this whole thing. This is what it does. It allows it to be very fast. And above this sits tokenized cash, of course, tokenized deposits, and regulated stablecoins. Oh, RLUSD, interesting. Okay, so these do not replace the rail and Circle. Not quite USDT, though. We'll talk about that later. They plug into it, though. And now here's the part that most miss, guys. All the heavy data lives off rail. That's how it's able to be so fast. ISO, one of the main reasons why. ISO message, compliance invoices, all of it, as well as AML and KYC logic metadata as well. That's all done off rail, off chain. So this data can move super fast before, after, and also, this is the thing, you can move before, after, or in parallel, but it never blocks the settlement. It doesn't do that anymore. Okay, so this model is being pushed globally through central banks right now, real-time global, real-time gross settlement systems, faster payment networks as well, and even Swift had to adapt to this as well. So data, and settlement are separated now. So here's the real takeaway with this whole thing. Skinny payment rails, guys, reject slow chains. Not allowed anymore. Data-heavy systems, batch settlement, all that. This is why Bitcoin can't play ball here. Too heavy, too slow. This is why Ethereum, which struggles with this, can't do. And XRP, of course, fits perfectly into this. Skinny payment rails will run neutral liquidity assets, settling tokenized cash coming up here. This is once the futures again, getting ready to be here very quickly. Well, rich data lives off rail, of course. And guys, this is the plumbing for our new, faster, clearer messaging financial system, essentially. Okay, XRP is the plumbing. We're ready to move forward here. It's pretty obvious. it's pretty obvious that anybody who, hi, Rero, Curry, welcome in. Good morning. Guys, welcome in. It's pretty obvious that anybody who's got eyes on this whole thing is seeing that even though XRP might not go to 500, 1,000, to all these crazy prices, she's at least going up a heck of a lot more. Not a financial advisor. Heck of a lot more than she is from here. Good morning. Moonman, welcome in. Welcome, everybody, into the channel, and I appreciate you coming back in. I'm going to get to a couple of other things here real quick, which is going to help back up what we're talking about here. First of all, cryptocurrency market cap coming in at $2.34 trillion. Fear and greed has moved from a 5 to a 10 now. As of recent, BitCrap is at 68,922, and XRP is at $1.41. Okay. Let's get over to, first of all, don't forget about Caitlin Brown because you want to stop cryptocurrency brokers' needs, and the telephone numbers here at the bottom because they now have U.S. offices as well. As you guys well know, please remember I'm not a financial advisor. It's never financial advice for informational educational purposes only, and sometimes maybe just a little bit of entertainment. This guy's crazy. Here goes silver and gold. What's happening with this now? What's happening with the silver and the gold? Let's get to it. Come on, get over to my screen there. I'm joking. I'm having fun here this morning. Gold, by the way, is at $5,047 per ounce. But it's down 10, almost 11% in what, a day? Here, let's see. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how to read this. I believe that's the one day. Anyway, pretty sure that's the one day. Let's see. Hey, don't cover it if you don't know what it means, Tanker. Don't worry about it. Don't give me no flack. All right, here's the deal. Silver's at 80. Yeah, that's the one day. Silver's at $81.62 on average. We have bid and ask prices here down below that we can get into. We ain't getting into all that now. We're not a silver and we're not a metals channel, but we do have to cover it though. $81.62 for 1 ounce of silver as of now, pure ounce of silver. XRP, we have 324,000 trading in these exchanges across these areas of the world. XRP tracker telling us what? 16.33 yesterday on February 9th came in. Not so impressive. Pretty lackluster. 5.81 mil comes in a day. That's crappy. All right, now look at. I don't like this because now our total AUM is 1.17 bill. Okay, it's all right. Let's keep that thing above a bill. Where are you on the XRP or lich wrist? Please remember that, half of these accounts, okay, I'm not doing the number. You just take half and you pull out your little calculator. I will embarrass myself with my poor quick math on the fly. Remember that half of those accounts have 10 XRP or less in them. Okay. All right. Where are you on the XRP lich wrist? I don't know. You'll have to see. Now, let's get to today's topic. Fintechs back Fed payment accounts that could open rails to crypto firms. Financial technology trade groups led by the American Fintech Council are urging the Federal Reserve to move forward with a plan that would give certain non-bank financial firms direct access to U.S. payment rails. Now, quotes from somebody, Phil Goldfeder, CEO of the American Fintech Council, said in a statement on Monday, a well-designed payment account can expand competition and responsible innovation in payments without introducing new risks, says this gent. A payment account is a limited Federal Reserve account that allows skinny payment, that allows for certain financial firms to send and settle payments directly without granting them full banking privileges. Skinny payments, the push comes as the Fed reviews responses to its request for information on whether to test a limited purpose reserve bank account designed for payments activities. Skinny payments. At issue is whether the Fed should offer a narrowly scoped, if you're entertaining yourself, that's all that really matters, account that allows eligible institutions to clear and settle payments directly on the central bank's balance sheet without granting a full master account. Skinny payments. The proposal would cap overnight balances, pay no interest, bar access to the discount window, and limit use to final settlement systems such as FedWire and potentially FedNow. Skinny payments. Fintech groups backing the proposal say the current system requires payment firms to rely on sponsor banking, which they argue increases costs, slows settlement, and concentrates operational dependency. These groups are looking at the payment account as a way, Skinny Payments, to provide direct settlement access, Skinny Payments, through without extending lending authority, Skinny Payments, or deposit-taking functions. Bank groups, however, see it differently, don't like Skinny Payments. What Trump said down here, let's not get to that. Now you tried to insert and confuse. He will read anything you put on that teleprompter. Now, banking on the status quo here to get, no, you know what? Let's not, because we're not going to, all right, well, we could. What do you think? I say we get to our next article. No, Fed skinny payment account, according to Payments Dive up here, kind of an idea draws criticism. Let's see if we can glean something different here from this. By the way, guys, good morning. Mick, welcome in, and Stuart, welcome in. BitCrap is, yes, what is Bitcoin that you talk about, Frank? It's new to me, this Bitcoin stuff. Yes, this Bitcom stuff. I mean, BitCrap. I mean, BitCrap. This BitCrap stuff is something that I'm not going to get into right now. Let me finish this. Just welcome into the channel. Let's finish this article up. By the way, I've got a nice little video coming out shortly here for one of our first videos in quite some time since we lost our tech guy. But the tanker did it on the you're gonna see. Watch when you see my video creation skills coming up here. But we've got a video coming up, don't you worry. Now, Fed skinny account idea draws criticism. Welcome, by the way, into the channel, guys. A prototype payment account carries undue restrictions, fintech groups said in response to a Fed proposal that offers expanded real-time payments access. Now you got a guy out here like, okay. Looks like he's ready to read some literature. Look at someone. Pay attention. Someone go grab your weapon there, guy. A proposed Federal Reserve skinny payments will be hobbled if regulators. I'm not going to do it anymore. Sorry. I know. I'm going to hear it later from studio. If you said skinny payments one more time, I was kidding. Regulators don't allow fintech companies access to Fed ACH. So, fintech trade groups said last week in comments at Federal Reserve. Okay, that's what they said last week. All right. Meanwhile, stop trying to inject so much humor, Frank. You're losing focus here. Meanwhile, banking groups urge the Fed to proceed cautiously with its so-called prototype payment account. Let me work on doing my teleprompter a little more. Read a little better here. The Fed published the proposal in so-called in December, seeking public comments that were due Friday. Now, financial technology companies have been cheered by the prospect of direct access to the Fed's real-time payment rails and the future potential to apply for full access master accounts now open only to regulated financial institutions. So, under the Fed's current proposal, fintechs could access only its instant payments system, FedNow, and high-dollar account FedWire rail for payments. Where's my trusty little payments? And it's not its high volume Fed ACH, the most used U.S. payment rail as of now. Nacha, a nonprofit that oversees the ACH network, has two operators that funnel ACH payments. Let's do this because you know what? Good morning, Lodge. Welcome to the channel. And we're almost done here with this. What some people are probably going to say is a boring stuff. Anyway, you may or may not think it's boring. Let's let you see it because we're wrapping it up anyway. Anyway, according to, has two operations that funnel ACH payments through the ACH network, the Federal Reserve and the Clearinghouse. Okay, the latter is owned by a consortium of banks, and the ACH network processed $32.2 billion of payments with $93 trillion in value last year, according to Nacha data. All right. I think that's enough on that one. Let's see if we can glean anything from this one. The Federal Reserve, this is according to, by the way, who is this? Who's saying this? Crypto news. Who's this? Oh, AI Invest. My apologies. Fed's skinny master account, a flow test for crypto and banks. Fed proposes skinny master accounts to grant limited access to payment rails, the start of crypto integrating, for eligible institutions, including full central bank privileges as well. So crypto opposes, here, let's get into this. So the Federal Reserve is proposing a new limited form of master account called a skinny master account. This would grant certain eligible institutions restricted access to the Fed's payment rail, as heard in the last article. So if you're not gleaning anything new, you're not going crazy because they're repeating and there's not really a lot of new information, which is fine, and that always happens. But at least you're learning something. Crypto banks like Anchorage Digital Bank support the direction, but oppose a key operational limit. They argue the proposed cap of $500 million or 10%, of total assets for overnight balances would force them to move client funds back to correspondent banks overnight. And they're saying no bueno. This, they say, reintroduces the credit and operational risks the account was meant to eliminate. Oh, so they're saying it's counterproductive. Okay. Undermining its core proposition. Huh. Interesting point to make there. We gleaned something new and interesting. The split will carry on and give you another shot here. Maybe you got some more for us. The split in reactions is stark. Community bank groups oppose the expansion entirely, fearing regulatory arbitrage and unfair competition. Unfair or simply competition. They argue master accounts wasn't unfair. Should remain restricted. It's a plausible question. Should remain restricted to insured low-risk institutions to protect the payment system, warning that granting partial access to newer firms poses significant risk to consumers and taxpayers. My opinion and our community bank business model. We don't like the competition. The markets flow. The crypto markets flow reality. Bitcoin's price action. I don't give a crap. I could give two craps. You lost me at Bitcoin's price action. Anyway, good morning. And Art Caffeine, welcome into the channel. Speaking of Art Caffeine, morning, guys. I know I'm not on full screen. Don't worry. I've got more to share with you. I hope you've had a great Monday. Understand that we are here. Thank you for stopping into the channel this morning, by the way, as you always do, my lovely friends. Each morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Colorado time, Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. Thank you for stopping in. Toss me a little likey bone if you don't mind there. Yep, go ahead and clicky on that button down there. Here's the thing. Here's my thing today. These skinny payment rails are but one of the beginning of the meshing, the integration of crypto with the existing crappy, slow-moving legacy rails. We have other indicators of the interlacing. However, this is the main first step. So, shout out again to Good Evening Crypto for covering this. You're on in the morning. You confused me. Anyway, shout out to them. Love the channel. Make sure you, and I love the dude in the back who's going on the like and subscribe, on the subscribe button. Johnny Crypto, he's awesome. Yes, shout out to you folks. They do a great job, actually, of staying current with the crypto info. I do follow them each day, the current crypto info. I give you the old crypto info. It should be old crypto info made easy. Blockchain made easy with the tanker. No, I try to stay somewhat current. All right. Now, if anything, I try to be humorous and humble. And humble means don't talk about it yourself so much, idiot. All right. Make sure you demean yourself a little bit too. No, it doesn't mean that. Anyway, Mrs. Loopy, don't worry. I know you're itching for this Patreon. You might be the only one literally on planet Earth, and I hope that's not true, but that is itching for this Patreon to show everybody live how to set up the cold wallets and everything. Give me a shout out in the comment section if you actually give a crap and want me to spend any time setting up this Patreon, because otherwise I'm not going to do it. It doesn't matter. $10 a month. So stupid. Why am I even charging? What do you do with that? Thanks for your $10. $50 a month. $100 a month. $99.99 my ass. 100. You give me a penny. 99 effing bottles of beer on the wall for Christmas sakes. You're gonna get this kind of entertainment. You're gonna pay for it. No, I'm kidding. That's not cool. It's just I don't like asking my people. Come on, you guys. What, are you guys rich out there? Mike, come on. I know you guys ain't rich. We're going to ask you guys to give me money every month out of you. What are you trying to do? I don't know how I do this. I don't like it. Oh, the studio's going, hang on. How do you know? Trying to do the counter argument, being like, you're killing your Patreon before you even start. Look at Studio's laughing. Studio's laughing, shaking head like this. No. You killed the Patreon before you even started it. All right, guys, tell me about the Patreon. You want me to set this thing up? And do that. And what I would do in the Patreon, so you know what you're going to answer me on in the comment section. Give me a yes, set it up, or a no, don't bother. Patreon would be me in there loading a video, I would say each day, and also giving a schedule and staying on this schedule with offering, I don't know, I would say maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I'll have to think about that structure, about that scheduling, but where I come on live and, you hop on the live call with me on a Zoomy, or whatever it is, and whatever platform we use, and I show you how to do the cold wallet, set one up beginning to end. Excuse me, I always get the hiccups at the worst time here on the channel. I set it up beginning to end, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there you go. That's one thing. Another thing, I share the portfolio and I help you, and you can see none of this is ever financial advice. I'm educating and I'm informing how to set up these wallets, and I'm informing you of what my portfolio is and sharing. There's nothing wrong with that. You'd always have to consult your financial advisor, but that's what would be in there, and it would be updated. And during the bull run of crypto here, I bet the thing will freaking explode. So I guess I'm setting it up whether you guys say yes or no anyway, but I have to find the time. Let me get to these comments. Okay, people are saying yes to the Patreon, that I should do it. Wait, Loopy. No offense, Mrs. Loopy. With all due respect, I love you, my sweet dear. Your vote in this. All right, it counts. We got one from Mrs. Loopy, because you're the only one I've ever heard that wants me to set this thing up. You're not asking money, says Art Caffeine. Says definitely you're not asking money. Asking for money. We want to support willingly for the great content and educate. Okay, so what we could do is just a donation, maybe. I think that's what Art is saying, and that's what all the masters would say. And in fact, so everybody knows, that's literally, for 17 years, how I paid my grandmaster. Not getting into Frank again, don't worry. Just going to tell you quickly, my martial arts training, that's how they did it. It was a donation. And they're paying, don't worry about no taxes either. What's the donation? Anyway, so just say. So, anyway, good suggestion there, Mr. Art. Thank you for your suggestion, my kind brother. Marnster says, thumbs up and a wave on it. Saying, yes, I do believe to the Patreon. And Mrs. Loopy, you're not allowed to vote twice. One vote, that's what the blockchain's for. That idea, don't worry, Charles Hoskins is going to keep you in check with his voting on his blockchain. He's going to keep you in check. You're trying to vote twice there. I like you. No, I don't like. Don't cheat now. Come on, you can't vote twice. All right, I'm kidding, Mrs. Loopy. We love you so much. Oh boy, do we love you. Mrs. Loopy, give me a kiss in the comment section if you love me, and I'm completely joking with you. Anyway, I know you are. Don't worry, I'm not trying to get fresh with you either. All right. Federal banking regulators preview timelines. Let's get to this last one on our topic for today, which is skinny payments. Federal banking regulators preview timelines for fintech rules. FDIC stablecoin licensing by year end, and Fed skinny master accounts by Q4 2026. I bet it comes faster. Bet that's a bunch of crap, and it comes like literally twice as fast. Just saying. I don't know. What do I know? Federal banking regulators preview near-term rulemaking plans that will shape the fintech landscape. You're not right. This is a huge thing. This is the start of a huge thing. Again, shout out to Good Evening Crypto, because this is where I caught on to this, and I'm giving credit where credit's due. Federal bank. Let's skip down a little bit here, by the way. We already know what it is. Licensing regime by year end. Okay, they're saying by year end here. FDIC acting chairman Travis Hill told attendees at the Federal Reserve Bank at Philadelphia's 9th annual FinTech conference that the agency plans to circulate a proposal establishing an application process for stablecoin issuance before year end. While it is too early to say, in quotes, how many institutions might apply, FDIC staff are already working through prudential standards for FDIC supervised stablecoin issuers, including capital reserves and risk management. Now, the initiative aligns with the Genius Act, enacting in July, which codifies standards for payment stablecoins. We got a delay from studio. Although the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the OCC, will, shout out to Brian Brooks, former, will lead. Let me read it in spirit of Brian Brooks. I will read it the rest in Brian Brooks fashion. Remember, I only impersonate people that I think are awesome. It is a fellow Coloradoan. Will lead much of the issuer oversight and licensing process. The FDIC will cover stablecoin issuing subsidiaries of institutions it already supervises. Hill also noticed the FDIC is closely reviewing. Anyway, Treasury's commentary rec. I just got to yell from studio side, cut the crap. That's horrible. All right. Comment record. It will monitor deposit impacts on individual banks. Thank God for studio. That's what studio's there for. See? Got booger in your nose, you got studio. Doing something dumb like that, you got studio. Guys, Hill says deposit to deposit. Hill underscored that tokenization does not change. I can't see. That's my problem. Sorry. I really am a better reader. Let me just pull this a little closer. Studio just said, I was going to say. Studio is just fantastic. Boy, do we love studio. Thank you, Ginny. Now, pull this a little bit closer so I can read. That's what you stay to studio. Constant. Thank you, Jeannie. Excuse me, Jeannie. We're on a delay, so I've got to wait for my coffee. That's all right. Now, Hill underscored that tokenization does not change the legal nature of a bank deposit. My view in quotes, he says, my view for a long time has been that a deposit is a deposit. And moving a deposit from TradFi to a blockchain or just DLT world shouldn't change the legal nature of it. Boy, was that an ultimate butcher. I do apologize. I'm really a much better reader usually. He indicated the FDIC may eventually issue guidance clarifying the relationship between deposit insurance and tokenized deposits. So for banks exploring on-chain deposit products, that community message reduces legal ambiguity and suggests future guidance will focus on risk management and disclosures rather than reclassifying issued deposits. The reason why this stuff is difficult to read because you have insurance issuance, issued, issued, issuance. Holy crap, what the heck kind of word are you reading next? It's confusing as hell. All right. Federal Reserve skinny master accounts Q4 2026 target. Here's the target again. they're really laying out this target, which could just be a confusing point on the time horizon. We'll have to see. But Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller said at a Board of Canada conference that the Fed is, in quotes, moving at startup speed, baby. Baby wasn't in quotes. To develop specialized or skinny master accounts intended to broaden access to payment rails for payments-focused firms that are eligible depository institutions. The goal is to have the accounts up and operational, in quotes, sorry for the whistle, by the fourth quarter 2026. Now, subject to the rulemaking process, of course, applicants would still need a bank charter. Really? Who's going to have a bank charter? As contemplated, thank you, Jeannie. As contemplated, skinny accounts would not only not allow overdrafts or earn interest. Don't laugh at your own material. It's horrible. And would not provide access to certain facilities, such as the discount window. So the approach is designed to address years of lobbying and litigation over payment systems payment system access in a controlled way. My apologies. In quotes, without having to constantly say no. End quote. While promoting competition and potentially lowering payment costs. Now, there's somebody who is okay. Now, no, look, I thought it was competition. We don't want it. Say the community banks. Now, implications here. Regulatory clarity is coming for stablecoin issuance and on-chain deposits. Ain't no doubt about that now, kids. Institutions interested in issuing payment stablecoins should prepare for an FDIC application process and prudential standards calibrated to safety and soundness. Excuse me, i.e., capital reserve composition. Sorry, everybody. I got scolded for that one. Liquidity and risk control. So banks exploring tokenized deposits can take comfort in the FDIC's deposits is a deposit, in quotes, framing, and should expect guidance that reinforces consumer protection and operational resilience. So payments-focused firms seeking Fed access may increasingly consider bank charter pathways in light of the skinny master account features and limitations, and plan for a rulemaking that targets Q4 2026 for operational readiness. Could this shit be any more boring? Honestly, I'm going to ask you one more time, could this crap be any more freaking boring than that? And you wonder why nobody stays on board with research, with XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, not a financial advisor. Why on the world would you? This is the most boring crap anybody's ever heard on the planet. That was probably the most boring segment ever. And I'm an exciting guy, the way I talk. I couldn't be exciting enough. I couldn't be freaking neutron bomb enough, freaking nuclear bomb enough to freaking make that crap exciting. That is the boringest shit on the planet. No wonder why nobody ain't gonna get no rich from no crypto payment system cryptos. Don't make me blow my lid on a freaking Tuesday morning here. Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. Don't straight to crypto tag and have to like and subscribe to see if I can make my face blow up. Studio's out of delay. Studio's on the delay. My face is redder than a freaking red giant. All right. Now, let me ask you this. Did you know? Some don't see. It's okay. No worries. Did you know Da Vinci said there are 3 classes of people? Those who see when they're shown, and those who simply do not see. Oh, there you go. From one of the masters of all time. That's a direct quote from the master Leonardo da Vinci. Anyway, I hope you're having fun on the channel here. Let me get some of these comments here because you're my everything. Hold on. You are my. I was going to get into song there and get into you are my everything, people, but I won't because Studio will say, You have such a nice singing voice. You should try singing on the channel. Not going to do it. Hold on. Let me get to some of these comments. We're at Quick Skis. Oh, that wasn't bad. I just heard the delay, and I heard my lovely voice. That wasn't bad. Oh, boy. Yes, we love Studio. Studio's hilarious. Wait, who asked it? Wait, hang on. It's live Studio. Is Studio your wife? Of course it is. The fuck else could it be? Who else would be Jeannie? Who else would freaking spill the hot coffee on the lap when I'm getting too much of a wise ass? Who else would sit there and say, stop talking about yourself all the time, man? Who else would say, oh my God, it's so boring, Bob? Who else but the wife? I'm kidding. I love you, wifey. I love my Jeannie. My Jeannie. That's awesome. Oh, boy. Well, you can meet me at the XRP. Mrs. Loopy asked, can we meet at the XRP conference? No, you can meet me at the XRP conference. We're going to keep Studio under wraps right now, and probably forevermore. We're not going to do that. This is the only face we're going to see. I didn't even want to do it, but I said, you know what? Yeah, you can't be one of these guys goes on YouTube, guys or gals with the no face thing. Even the no face people came on and showed the face after a while because it's not. You got. They got to show your face a bit. Anyway, I hope you're having fun on the channel this morning. I don't know what the heck you guys want to talk about. It ends up being. I know you probably can barely hear me. Now you can probably hear me. Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Because what the F are you going to talk about? You're talking about skinny payments for the longest time. They've only been on for how long? I do have to shoot. I have to shoot today, though. What's that? Oh, Studio is funny. Right now, they're fat payments. They're fat payments now. I love Studio like you just wouldn't believe. All right, now here's the deal. I got to go shoot some long-form videos, figure out how to use the frickin' thing. I probably won't be able to do it by the end of the day today, but if I can, loading a video, because we've had such a break on videos because, of course, we lost our video creator, and we do apologize for that. We lost our video creator, so we will, and for good reasons, took a great job opportunity. A little bit of conflict of interest, the job opportunity. Obviously can't get into it. So there you go. So we love our guy, and we hope that he does great things in this world. We know he's going to. But Tanker's got to take over and learn how to now create the videos. So you're now going to see the progression of this little knucklehead figuring out how to create YouTube videos and put them out there without looking like a blithering jackass. So I'm going to do the best I can. I hope you guys bear with me. They're going to be rudimentary and fundamental at the onset. However, I will augment them as time goes on and as my skills at editing increase and I get just a little more comfortable with the software and blah, 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 blah. So that's what's going on. That's why you haven't seen any freaking videos. That's why my ratings have tanked on YouTube as of late, because you got to put those long form videos out, man. So they're coming with my awesome educational pieces. I know this is all fun, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? This live thing, Frank goes crazy in the mornings. But then I turn into my... I turn into the serious numbers guy, you know what I mean? The serious numbers guy. Anyway, yep, That's what the long form videos are about. You don't see me acting like a funny character as I do on the lives, getting all crazy, talking about third eye and all that. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you're enjoying the show. I know I am, laughing like a little knuckle face each morning. Laughing. I hope you all are laughing too. The point is to have some fun while we're waiting for the freaking bull run to kick in any day now. Thank you. Anytime, bull run. Hey, hey, bull run. Anytime now. Thank you. All right. I hope you have a fantastic day today. Shout out to all of my lovelies in here this morning. Boy, do I love you guys. You really do make my day. I got to tell you, you really do. I mean that. And you better look at the camera when you say that, Tanker. You make my day, all of you out there. I really mean, I'm going to say it with a little smile too. I mean it. You make my day. Mrs. Loopy, what? Oh, studio ever reminds to give the big smile. So, yes, I hope that you all have the most precious, lovely day possible. Keep a huge smile on that yapper of yours, and make sure that you remember the crypto bull run is coming sooner or later. Probably later. But just hang in there and remember that you didn't come here for the money anyway. You came here to learn about cryptocurrency and all that stuff and blockchain technologies and research. That's why you did this. You didn't come here. You didn't get in the crypto space to make any money. Don't worry. You're fine. All right, anyway, have a great day. I love you all. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Zatanka. And thanks for your time today.